Ever watch a kid glaze over, phone in hand, as if they're not there? Like little robots absorbing nothing? Well, we're handing kids these glowing rectangles as if it's candy, but what if it's poison? What if it's slowly, silently eating their childhoods one swipe at a time? This isn't some debate or about being anti-tech. It's about the reality. It's about kids' future. It's about the lives of kids. It's about the ugly reality of how unrestricted cell phone use for young kids ages 3 to 10 years old is a disaster in making. It's messing with their brains, their hearts, and their ability to connect with the real world. We need to wake up and change something, fix it, before it's too late. I will tell you all the reasons of why this is happening, and what we as guardians, as a society, could do to pull the plug before we fry them completely. I will tell you about why this is happening and what we can do to stop it. But before I do, I think it's important that we go over what damages this screen time computers are causing. So who is this hurting? This is hurting little kids ages 3 to 10 years old whose brains are still wiring themselves. With these screens, we're basically rewiring their brains with algorithms, dopamine hits, potentially causing psychological problems like aggression and anxiety, which was stated by the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry. Imagine a 5-year-old who has a developing and very sponge-like brain, absorbing anything in the world, is spending hours and days scrolling and swiping through colorful, addictive games. According to Hale and Guan 2014, these constant stimulation can lead to sleep disorders and even impacting their cognitive and emotional development, causing constant battles, disconnection, and even parents feeling like they're losing their kids to screens, which is heartbreaking. So what is this problem doing? This problem is causing brain strain, which is not only shorter attention spans for kids, but also changing the way they process information. According to Christus 2009, kids are becoming more passive consumers than active thinkers, becoming more socially isolated. According to Maldivic 2018, there are even becoming even problems like obesity, sleeping problems, and eye strain is issues that kids develop because of excessive use of screens. This problem is happening everywhere, from homes, schools, cars, restaurants. It's like a digital pacifier given to kids when they feel restless, which was stated by Common Sense Media. According to Yule's 2014, more and more kids are becoming more dependent and exposed to this screens and internet, which are causing less and less face-to-face interactions. Now that we've talked about the damage being caused by these screens, let's talk about why this is happening, who is to blame, and why there is no solution to this problem yet. This is happening because it's convenient. It's easier to give kids a phone than to deal with their boredom and their tantrums. Also marketing, as tech companies are geniuses at hooking kids. They're able to exploit their developing brains and want them coming back to watch more and more. Even parents don't realize how harmful this is, believing it's harmless entertainment, but it's much more than that. Those responsible for this problem are parents, school districts, and even the government, policymakers, as we are too busy, too overwhelmed, too willing to believe the hype. We have forgotten to protect children from the harmful damage of this technology. It all started when smartphones became ubiquitous, when children are able to have a world full of endless entertainment right from their phones. Why is this problem persisting? This problem is persisting because it's profitable. Tech companies are making billions of dollars off of kids' addictions. They don't want to give up this power, and it's easier to ignore it than to confront it. So why hasn't been done anything to stop this problem? Well, this is because this problem, child's addiction to screens, is actually much more complex. To solve it, we need to change the way we think about technology and childhood, especially as tech companies have a lot of power and influence through these screens, and they don't want to give this power up. They even fund research to downplay their risks. I could talk on all day about children's addiction to screens, but if I don't tell you about how you can solve this problem, then what's the whole point of the speech? So what's being done so far? Well, schools are implementing policies in which they're banning phones in classrooms. They're also placing these pouches in which kids place their phones during class time and can only access it at the end of the day. But this is not enough. What needs to be done is we need to educate parents about the harmful effects of technology and screens. We also need to educate children of how to use screens responsibly, how to use technology responsibly. We need to ban attention grabbers in technology, these advertisements for kids. We also need to hold these tech companies accountable for their harmful effects they're bringing about. And we need to place in more activities for creative thinking and outdoor games, face-to-face interactions for kids. But this solution is feasible because we have the power to change things. We have the power to be able to think about our child's well-being over the convenience and money-making and profit of this. So what stops this solution? Well, the problem with this solution is that tech companies, they are very persistent. They will fight tooth to nail to keep their profits, and parents are just too overwhelmed and too busy to be able to take action. So what can we do? To solve this problem, we can be role models and limit our screen time for kids. We can limit kids' screen time and maintain what they watch and how much they watch every day. Schools can also implement activities and programs mandatory for every kid to participate in to engage them without screens. And just $1 donation to organizations and companies that protect and are fighting for children's digital rights can be a whole life changer as they can protect our future humanity, which was stated by 12J.M. Martin. This is not just about kids, it's about the future of our humanity. If we don't do something now, then we might end up with unhealthy, disconnected individuals. We have looked at the causes, the damages, the causes, and even the solution to this problem. This is not just about limiting screen time, it's about bringing forth children's childhood. It's about creating a world where children could be kids. Kids can be kids, and they could play, explore, and connect with the real world. Let's go to a playground and see laughter instead of screens to bring back childhood for kids before it fades away completely.